2025 is done and we had some of the lowest transaction volume that we've seen in a very, very long time. But 2026 is here. Happy New Year. It's a new year and anything is really possible. Who knows what's going to happen in the real estate market? All we can do is study the stats and hope for the best. But at the end of the day, nobody has a crystal ball. I'm Boanka with the Compass team, and we're going to be talking about 2025 December, comparing it to December of 2024. We're also going to talk about November of 2025 just to help you get a better understanding. But the first thing that I want to tell you is the amount of transactions that happened in 2025 was around 65,000 transactions, okay? 65,000 sales. Now, there's over 70,000 realtors in the GTA, meaning if all realtors were created equal, not all of them would even be able to have one sale in the whole entire year. But just know all real estate agents are not created equal. But I appreciate you guys for coming and listening and watching videos like this and learning more about what's happening in the market. So I said 65,000 transactions in 2025. Let's go to 2021 and there we had over 120,000 transactions. So more than double the amount of transactions that happened. Now, 2021 is not it's another blimp year, okay? So it's a blimp year, meaning that we set a record for most amount of transactions that were happening that year. Whereas a healthy number is somewhere around like 90,000 transactions. So we're way far away from that. But we'll see what happens in 2026. So what does everybody always want to know? Where is the average price? Now, the average price is at $1.6 million. And we watched it. I think it was in 2021. That's when we passed that $1 million mark. And once we passed $1 million, we never went back. This is the first time we're starting to go back. I do feel like when January comes, we are going to be under 1 million. And I don't think this year prices are going to drop, but I also don't think they're going to go through the roof. I just think things are going to be pretty level. But what I do anticipate is a lot more transactions are going to be happening. So I said $1.6 million is where the average price is. In November of 2025, we're at $1.039 million. You take it back to December 2024, we're at $1.060 million. So price didn't move too much. 60,000, 40,000 is not too crazy, but we are seeing a slow decline in prices coming down. Transactions, I told you 65,000 transactions on the year. Less than 4,000 transactions happened in December of 25. Now, December is always statistically, it's a slow time. We had just over 4,000 transactions happen in December of 2024. And in November 2025, we had 5,000 transactions happen. So 1,000 difference. Again, December is a slow time. You got like family, you got Christmas, you got holidays. Nobody's really out there buying and selling homes as much. Now, active listings, okay? There's 17,000 active listings in December of 2025, but in November 2025, there was only 25,000 active listings. Or sorry, there was 25,000, which is even more. So the number dropped from November to December. Why? People might have pulled their home off the market, say, okay, I've had enough of it. I'm gonna try next year. I'm gonna try in the spring market. I do think in the spring market, there is gonna be a lot more listings coming. I've shown this before on other videos, but I do want to show it again. If you look at this graph, what you're going to see is every May prices go up and the amount of transactions goes up as well. So if you're someone who's looking to sell, the best time that I would say for you to sell is you start getting prepared to list in March, April, May. That's going to be your best time to sell. There's a lot of active buyers then. Active buyers, it's better to look earlier, January, February, when people aren't out as much, but it always depends. Maybe you're buying and selling at the same time. There's always different situations. And if you go back to December 2024, we had just around 15,000 active listings. Now, the days on market, we are at high days on market, like there are 41 days on market. That was in December 2025, November 2025. You're looking at 34 days on market. So throughout the whole year, it's pretty much been 30 to 40 days on market, sometimes even higher. And now that brings us to the best one, which is months on inventory, which basically shows how many listings there are and at the rate that we're selling, how long it would take. And in December of 2025, it was 4.6. November, it was 4.9. And if we take it back to December 2024, 3.57. So for those of you that don't know what months of inventory is, basically, if you take all of the active listings, so 17,000 listings, and you basically say, if all of these were to sell, how long would it take them all to sell at 41 days on the market? It's going to take 4.6 months. Okay, so now that puts us in a buyer's market. Anything kind of over 4 months of inventory, you're looking at, that's a buyer's market. And the higher we get, the stronger buyer's market it becomes. With time, you are going to start to see, and it is going to drop under 3 months of inventory. I don't know when that's going to happen, but when that happens, sellers, this is your time to shine. This is when you for sure want to be out there, because even right now, I'm not really recommending sellers to sell unless you have to. Investors, don't sell unless you have to. Buyers, if you have the opportunity to buy, it is an amazing time. We have videos out there of how we're getting our clients insane deals in this market. But this is a breakdown of December 2025, November 2025, and December 2024, helping you get a better understanding of really what's going on in the market. Again, I'm Bawanka with the Compass team, and this is your market update. Welcome to 2026, and we'll see you on the next one.